Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
And now, Tim Dillon is going to hell.
Welcome to Tim Dillon is Going to Hell, everybody. It is Tim Dillon. I'm here back in New York City with the great Mike Recine.
Hey.
Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Me and Mike had a show called Stewed for, how many episodes did we do?
We did a good amount. We did maybe 20.
We did 20.
Yeah.
We did 20 episodes, but on food.
Right.
On food.
Yeah, it was exhausting. Podcasting in general is just exhausting.
But it's the only thing that's left.
Yeah.
It is
I know.
exhausting, but there's not. We could wait
Yeah.
to get a show on the air.
Right.
We'd be dead.
Right.
Be homeless.
Yeah.
Literally homeless on the street.
Yeah, it really
know?
is. It's like what's I'm trying to think of a good analogy, but like it's the last holdout of
It's the only thing you can do that you have any control over.
Yeah.
Other than you're just sitting around
Yeah.
waiting. But we did it. We did 20 episodes on food,
Yeah.
and it was fucking rough.
Yeah.
It was a great podcast. Everybody loves it.
liked
but
it, yeah.
you get sick of talking about gnocchi.
Yeah.
It's very hard.
Yeah.
There's not much else you can do. But Mike Recine's back with us.
There's also that joke
Yeah.
people go, like there's a joke about like white men doing podcasts. And
Yeah.
it's like, but this is like what we have. Like, would you make fun of a war refugee for selling cell phones in the mall?
Right.
You know?
Is that what war refugees doing?
Well, I don't know.
Cell phones in the
whatever
mall?
whatever job they have.
That's pretty good. Yeah. They've assimilated pretty quickly into our society.
Yeah.
They come over, they're slinging iPhone cases in the mall immediately.
Right.
They're doing fine.
Yeah.
Well, here's the other thing. You talk about, like, I've heard idiots say stuff like, podcast is a white man's game. It's like, no, it's everyone's game. You dumb fuck.
Yeah.
Get a MacBook.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Yeah.
Literally anyone can do this.
Yeah.
There's no barrier to entry. It's not one of those things where you have to be like invited to a secret,
Right.
elite.
There's no gatekeepers.
Yeah,
there's no-
nothing.
Yeah.
Just fucking do it.
Yeah.
You ever
Just
fantasize?
buy Lewis lunch and then
Buy Luis Gomez lunch. You'll have a show on this network.
Yeah.
Go get his special, by the way. Luis J. Gomez presents Luis J. Gomez. Do you ever fantasize about when you quit? Because I always fantasize about when I quit, where I would live, like where I want to
You're
give
doing
up.
so well though.
I'm doing fine,
yeah.
but I always think about. I look at white trash. Do you ever regret that you're not fully white trash? Like, I think we're partially white trash.
Yeah.
Because have you ever seen people that are 100% white trash?
They're pretty happy, right?
No one is having a better time.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody is having. Now, obviously, don't tweet me and be like, but they don't have a retirement.
They don't want it. They don't want to retire.
You know? Guys,
They want to just overdose.
their life is retirement.
Yeah.
They're literally retired
yeah.
their entire life.
Right.
You know, some idiot's going to tweet me and be like, they don't have a health care. I know it's a bad system.
Who has? Nobody has health care.
I've never met anyone with health care.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan's the only one I know that it has health care, probably.
Yeah.
I don't have health insurance. I should.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's every day.
But if anything catastrophic happened to you, there's enough people that like you that would give to your GoFundMe.
No, that's not at all the case. Here's the reality.
Yeah.
Here's the reality. In this game, if you get really sick or something, it's better to be liked than funny.
Yeah.
I've chosen to be funny
Uh-huh.
over liked.
Uh-huh.
That's the reality.
Yeah.
So if I get sick,
Yeah.
it's not happening. There's no vigil for me, but that's okay.
Right.
That's okay.
Right.
I almost don't want my life to be saved by these people.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you
like
could
the
die to
human
spite them.
garbage that it comprises most of who we know.
Yeah.
I don't want to owe them anything ever.
Yeah.
I think I would almost rather die.
Yeah.
I mean, that's horrible to say.
Yeah.
Or, like, I would like to do a GoFundMe, get everyone to donate to it, and then take all that money and donate it to Trump.
Right.
And then die.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, give it to Barron. And you just change the name of the GoFundMe to like buy Barron a Lego set.
which he's still playing with, even though he's 17.
Yeah, he's not too old to.
But sometimes I look at white trash. Like I look at white guy. There seems to be such a clarity of vision and purpose. If you're like a white guy from Southern Florida who thinks he's a black guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
Those people, they seem so in the pocket. Every conversation.
They're focused. Yeah.
They're
They know what they want.
They know what they want.
Yeah.
They want a badass bitch.
Yeah.
You know?
I'll never forget, there was a kid from my high school who died a couple years ago, and this girl wrote a Facebook post about him. She goes, R.I.P. God called another angel home. And I was like, I don't know how this kid died, but I don't think it was God calling him home.
Isn't it funny how God's like, how should we take him?
Yeah.
Something
ATV
quick.
accident.
Something.
God put
quick.
fentanyl in his.
God's like, let's have him OD in a safe way.
Yeah,
You know, in aisle 3.
God made him forget his motorcycle helmet.
Yeah. God's like, I can't get by without this angel. I know I've got like Richard Pryor up here and all these amazing, talented people. We got Mozart, but I need this guy from Delray Beach, Florida, to come up and tell me about them hoes because he had a real way with the hoes. I mean, I have a cousin that's been in and out of rehab.
God needed a bum in Newport, I guess.
Right. God needed a Parliament light. I have a cousin who's been in and out of rehab. And down in Florida, in like Delray Beach, and she's been in and out for heroin, and it's sad, but she's doing good now.
Is she fun? She's probably fun.
She's okay.
Yeah,
she's but she's a real Florida person. Like she's got that stringy hair.
Yeah.
That looks like it's matted with sweat, even though it's probably some product she's using. And she's just, she's in it. Florida became her. Like you look at her, you're like, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You live in Florida.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of wild.
Yeah.
And so we're all in a group text, and like we have one family that's doing like really well, and their group text will be like, hey, this little guy just got into Villanova. I don't want to be in my family group text. I can't get out of it because some people have Androids. Right. So one text will be like, hey, the little Tommy's into Villanova now. And like, the other family in the group text has got to be like, okay, we're also doing good, you know?
Yeah.
Nobody's been in the papers yet. Everyone is still on Earth. Everybody is alive on planet Earth. So we're doing great. Or they'll be like, one of them got a dog. They're like, Kevin got a dog.
Yeah.
He got a puppy.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, good.
Yeah.
Great. He got a puppy.
You hear people all the time, they'll be like, it's a shame that in society we measure money as a way to, value people. But I guess, what else is there?
What else is there?
If you do something valuable, right, don't you get money?
I don't know what other people want. Like, I know that a lot of people, I think if you spend your whole life trying to get money, that's probably not good.
Yeah.
But if no part of your life's trying to get money, what are you doing? Like, what?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people that don't like that metric also don't want to have families. So it's like, well, you don't want to have a family, and then you don't like just chasing money. Okay.
Yeah.
So then what are you doing?
Yeah.
Are you like a philosopher just walking around realizing
You're the old guy
truths?
at the open mic, at the variety open mic.
Yeah, it's like, well, you're standing in the back, you know? I mean, I don't get it. I guess some people want to, that's why people do, here's the thing about heroin. You're focused. You're very focused.
On getting heroin.
On getting heroin.
Yeah.
That's why people, I think that's part of the opiate crisis is like, it's something to do. I mean, obviously you get addicted to it.
Yeah.
But it's something to do.
Right.
Right. Heroin addicts are never bored.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's two states that they exist in.
Yeah, because sometimes you have those days where you wake up and you have nothing to do and it's Wednesday and you're like, you feel guilty that you, But yeah.
I mean, Rick Kump had that great joke where he goes, I don't want to do heroin, but you try to make friends after 30.
Right.
It's not easy.
Right.
Right. So I feel like when you're all doped up, or when you're at least on the way to getting dope,
Do you want a family? Probably not. Right.
I can't imagine what that would look like.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. Maybe one day.
Yeah.
But it would be with another horrible person, and we would raise two horrible people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it would be a family of demons.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Just, I don't know. I mean, I think maybe later on in life I'll be bored.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, it's looking like I will eventually. Yeah. Which is like terrifying because I don't.
Well, are you terrified of like
just being able to provide for?
Well, okay, that's reasonable.
And I like my apartment. I like my stuff. I like
yeah,
where everything is. I like having a minimal amount of shit in my house.
Right, and then when the kids come in, it's like a
chaos.
Big chaos.
Yeah.
Have you met anyone who's had children and then immediately been like, I fucked up?
No, my brother had a friend who did, and he said when the baby was born, he said now that the kid's older, it's like a little easier. Yeah. But he said when the baby was born, he was like, "What did I get myself into?"
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
He's like, I don't know what to do.
Well, I think maybe that's normal.
Yeah.
I had a friend that had a kid, first year of college, with a girl who was nuts.
Yeah.
And we all knew, like, as soon as he told me he was having a kid with this girl, I had that sinking feeling in my stomach. Yeah. I'm like, and my friend wasn't like a huge prize either. I'm not blaming her, right. But it was just a nightmare. It was everything bad you could imagine happening, and then things you couldn't imagine also happening that were horrible. Like know,
like what?
Like she accused him of molesting the kid.
Jesus.
This is how bad it was.
I know. But like that,
this is how bad it is.
Just the accusation is.
They don't tell you that.
I'm alive now.
They don't tell you that's going to happen.
Yeah.
So you have to, like, this is literally what.
How do you prove that you didn't? Jesus.
This is how fucking nuts that thing got.
Yeah.
This is how terrifying. I mean, he should go from school to school.
Yeah.
High school to high school talking about how bad it got.
And the show's called I Didn't Do It.
I didn't do it.
Yeah. I was accused.
It's a one-man show. It's called The Accused.
Yeah.
And he has to go around because...
If you get accused of molesting a kid, you might as well just molest a kid.
You might as well give it a shot. But no, I mean, think of how sick this bitch had to be to say that. But again, when you're in like war... When you love someone,
do whatever you can,
and then you go to war with them, which I've never been in that position, and maybe you have, I don't know. But I've seen people that love each other and then go to war. There's nothing that, like, I mean, I've said this, I've said it before. I spend time out of I take time out of my day to hate other people. And look at their accomplishments and seethe with envy. I would never accuse him of being a child molester.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's some crazy shit.
Yeah.
But it's also like, that's kind of what happens when there's no rules in love and war, that fucking saying.
Yeah.
When he told us that was happening, I don't know if he directly told me. I think another one of our friends told me that was happening. I was like, oh, this is nuts.
Yeah. How old was the kid at the time?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Young.
Yeah.
But it's like a crazy thing that terrifies you. Have kids with the right person.
Yeah.
If you don't, and the kid's a beautiful kid, he's a great kid, you know, but if you don't have kids with the right person, your life is going to be miserable. It's going to be very tough. Do you know anyone who's in that situation?
No, not really.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
I don't know a ton of people.
Yeah.
You know? What do you think about abortion? You think we should just lock those pussies up? Make those women carry them to term?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean, it is.
I think
it is a murder, right?
Stop killing your kids.
Yeah,
whores.
Right. Listen, it's not rocket science. Don't suck the baby out of your womb.
Yeah.
You know?
How about that?
Yeah.
Every day, someone walks into the studio, okay, and they're more disturbing looking. Every single day, Lewis hires someone who looks more and more like a cult member.
But he's a nice kid.
Who is this kid? I've never seen this kid before in my life. There's a kid that we're looking at here. He just comes in.
Yeah.
He sits here, and here's the way the Gas Digital Studio looks. There's like a pane of glass, and then on the other side, people just sit there and then they stare at you.
Yeah.
Who is this kid?
Lewis just goes to prisons and borrows kids in the Scared Straight program.
I think Lewis just goes to, like, finds these kids, like, wandering around the East Village, like, squatting. And he's like, you want to come in and work for a podcast network? They're like, what?
Yeah.
Who is this kid? Do you know him?
Yeah. He's a nice kid.
How do you know him?
He was here when I came to do Real Ass Podcast.
Oh,
He
is
was
he a
friendly
comedian?
and-
What is he?
No, but he's like, he will be eventually, probably. You know.
Are you a comedian? You will be eventually. Folks, we got to talk about Bear Mountain maple syrup. You know, I mean, I was for many, many years a guy that hated real maple syrup. I talked shit about it. I said, I like Smuckers. I like fucking Mrs. Butterworth. I like Aunt Jemima. I like fucking Biscuit. Like, I like just corn syrup, essentially Hershey syrup on pancakes, just sugar. I like that. That's what I was about because I believed that, real maple syrup was for cucks. That's what I believed for many, many years. And then I began to change that because as I got older, I realized that even though I was developing a complex relationship with sugar, I liked it, but I realized that it was killing me. It was giving me rashes. It was making me lethargic. It was driving me insane. So, unfortunately, I started looking at like some things that maybe weren't fortified with completely fake sugar, and I came across real maple syrup, and I started using that because it was a lot better. And Bear Mountain maple syrup is 100% New Hampshire maple syrup, which I like. Fuck Vermont. I don't like Vermont. Everybody's very liberal, and it's, they're all telling, everybody's white. There's fucking 3 black people in the state. There's no diversity. Everybody's an opinionated lesbian. Fuck it. I don't need that. Okay? You go up there to do their comedy club, which I've done a few times, and then I've done phenomenally, but they haven't had me back. I don't know why. But you walk through the town square. It's a bunch of cheesemongers. Gives a fuck. Support New Hampshire. Live free or die. I like these people. The Plante family. Okay, this is a family business. I love supporting family business. This is all-natural, wood-fired, organic, 100% pure New Hampshire maple syrup made with old-fashioned techniques. It's naturally organic. It's not that fake, just slap the word organic on it shit and you see all over the place. There is no sap processing, okay? Sap to syrup is usually 40 gallons of sap to create 1 gallon of syrup. This shit is pure. It's concentrated. It's crack. Firewood is our only fuel source, okay? They hand split and collect only from our farm in southwestern New Hampshire. Our farm. Sorry, I pronounced that wrong. Farm. I'm telling you right now, folks, this is second-generation sugar makers, Luis and Jason Plante. The syrup is bottled moments after it's finished. It goes through a filter right into the bottler. Then everything is inspected, labeled, and it's all by hand. Doesn't get any fresher than that. So if you want to sweeten something up and you're using table sugar, try maple syrup. It's much better for you. It's got many more health benefits, including antioxidants, zinc, manganese, okay? It's a lot better for you than just dumping white table sugar. I'm telling you. So go to bearmountainmaplesyrup.com and use promo code GAS15 for 15% off. bearmountainmaplesyrup.com. I really do love it. I get samples of everything here for free. And I've been using it at my house. I've been drinking it when I get up at night in the middle of the night instead of water. And I think it's a lot better for you, and I appreciate it. So, Bear Mountain Maple Syrup, do it. I've been spending a lot of time in Los Angeles. You like it over there? You don't like it?
I haven't been in a long time, but yeah, it's nice. It's nice to go for, I think, more than 5 days. I think you start to go a little nuts.
I was there for like 2 months.
Yeah. How was it?
I like it. I'm probably getting ready to
Got
move
up a lot?
eventually.
Yeah, you should.
I don't know. I think it's time to go. I'm just getting. I've kind of had enough with New York.
I've had enough too.
I wish everyone the best. I love them.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that. I don't mean either one of those things. I wish pain on most of the people that live here. And I think that,
Are you sick of living here? I'm sick of living here.
Sick of it all.
Yeah.
I'm sick of it all. My roommate's girlfriend, texts me. I'm not even off the plane. Mm-hmm. She's like, the landlady came over. She's drunk. She's calling me a whore. Same roommate. She's calling me a whore because she didn't like that I had keys to the apartment. Can you let me know when you're back if she's still there because I don't want to come back?
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
Welcome home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just get too old.
Yeah.
Get too old for it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
you just feel like there's someone's foot on your neck all the time.
Yeah. I've really lost, I've lost my passion.
The subway's terrible. There's
Subway
traffic
barely
everywhere. It's
works.
just hard. Just living is
Now
tough.
and then also, right after this, I got to run to do a voiceover and I got to take an Uber. But now there's a cap on how many cars are in New York City.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then this is my issue with like the Ocasio-Cortez and them. It's like I'm all for soaking the rich, kill the rich, fine, drag them out of their house, throw them out of their penthouse apartment, whatever you want to do. I'm not defending them.
Okay.
But like when you do a lot of these things, like with the carbon tax and something, it really hits people that are just like trying to survive. So if you're taking an Uber pool to try to get to your job and you cap the amount of cars for like environmental concerns, and I get it. I get why you don't want all these,
Not as many people can.
100%. Then you're just forcing the prices up of these things.
Yeah.
And listen, if the subway worked, I get it.
Yeah.
If you had a modern subway system,
I know.
you could turn around to people and go, "Hey, fuck you.
Yeah.
You want to ride in a car? Pay the price."
Yeah.
But
I was thinking this today. They really
Yeah.
should just get a bunch of autistic people and pay them in candy to drive the train.
That's how Lewis runs his network.
yeah.
That's how Lewis runs his network.
Right.
A bunch of
the MTA
autistic
hires
people
Lewis as a consultant.
that he pays in Fun Dip
yeah.
to run this network.
Yeah.
I mean, these people. I mean, look at these people that are here. These are like old New York people.
Yeah.
These aren't even new New York. This is like a throwback to like the early '90s. This is a guy you would see in the early '90s, like walking around, getting asked to leave a strip club in Times Square.
Yeah.
You know,
He looks like an extra in Taxi Driver.
it's
He's just,
exactly what he looks like.
Yeah.
I mean, but I don't know, man. I'm starting to just feel the frustration with New York, where I'm just like, you know what, enough's enough. How is your lady? She's still doing the speech pathology?
Yeah, she's good. She's got a podcast, actually, a speech pathology podcast.
A speech pathology podcast.
Yeah.
About, what is that about?
Just talk about speech therapy and stuff.
Yeah?
So, yeah, she's doing good. She's working hard. I don't know. No complaints.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's on her period right now.
Oh, she's getting mouthy.
Yeah.
You hit her?
Yeah. No, I want to.
You ever grab her and just shake her?
No.
My uncle told me when I was a young kid, he said, women are emotional animals.
Yeah.
And he goes, women are very emotional and sometimes have to be restrained physically.
They're chaotic,
That's what he
as
said.
Jordan Peterson would say.
That's what my uncle said to me when I was a young kid. He said,
Yeah.
women are very emotional and they need to be handled physically.
Right. And they kind of like it. They kind of like to be.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because they're looking for an antidote to their.
Does any woman
own
want to
chaos.
fuck like the Chris Hayes type guy at MSNBC?
I don't think so.
Like the cucky guy.
They probably think that they do.
They think they do, right?
yeah.
But nobody wants to really, because
they want Sean Hannity.
I don't want to suck off Chris Hayes.
Yeah.
You
Who
know
do you
what I
want to
mean?
suck off? Who's a media personality?
Media person that I want to suck off. Interesting.
Hannity?
Not really.
No.
I don't like his head.
Yeah. But not somebody like Olbermann or
No.
let's see who. Yeah.
I'm not
Brian.
really.
What about Brian Kilmeade from Fox? and
No.
Friends? Gutfeld?
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
Not Tucker really either.
Yeah.
Tucker more to the.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Andrea Tantaros, I think, she's really hot from Fox News. I think
Yeah,
the
she's
hottest
not.
one.
She's no longer on though.
Oh no.
Yeah, because Roger Ailes was,
Okay.
was inappropriate. I think she demanded a huge settlement. Maybe she got one, but she what's the future of like Fox?
I don't know.
Where do they,
I don't know.
It's an interesting. What's the future of that kind of news? Like, who is still watch? Like, I guess people watch it. Old
elderly,
people
yeah,
watch it.
Yeah.
I don't watch that. I haven't watched news like that in years.
Yeah. Where do you get your news?
Usually online.
Yeah.
I'll read the articles. If they come up on Twitter, I'll see them on, maybe I'll go to Drudge and I'll look at some different articles. But like, who is still watching news where you get like, it's a 4-minute segment
Yeah.
where two people each get,
MSNBC is like the most baffling too because it's boring. It's not even like fun like Fox. They don't even really tell you that great of a story.
Well, MSNBC is also weird because you're like, we hate Trump, and then they bring on like Bush era torture apologists, like military-industrial complex shills, to come on and be like, we should be in Syria fucking them up.
Right.
Rachel Maddow's like, and I'm like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
I thought, what happened to the Dove Network? What happened? But, you know, you try to get a lot of these independent journalists on, too, and they all have egos, and they're all a fucking problem. You know, you try to get them on and talk to them. They got something better to do.
They do have egos a little bit, yeah.
They've always, you know, they're always doing something that's more important than coming in here and sitting down and talking to me.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So fuck them.
They'll learn eventually.
They'll learn.
You'll throw them in jail someday.
I hope to God I'm powerful enough to jail them all.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Torture
Anyone
them.
who said no to your podcast just gets thrown in jail.
Right to jail.
Yeah.
To the gulag,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah, yeah. That is fun, right?
Yeah.
Throwing your opponents in jail. Jailing your
Yeah.
opponents.
Well, it's like the far right or the far left, if those people ever got power, that's exactly what they would do. Like the people that are on the fringes that are just fueled by
Like DSA people.
absolute. I don't know. Well, DSA people, there's like, I think that's like a social club because you have people in there that have no idea why they're there.
Yeah.
They're just there.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And then it's the same
Like
thing
they're
with
open mics.
It's the same thing. It's exactly what it is. It's the same thing with like the alt-right where it's like some people are really committed to like these really horrible ideas about like race science, everything. And then you have people that are like, I'm a goof.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to post something edgy to get attention because I'm lonely.
Right.
I'm a lonely weirdo.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about like the committed, like if you're a committed communist, hardcore, or on the other side, like if a fascist who's an ethno-fascist, like either one of those groups, if they ever took power, and they never will, spoiler alert, guys, it's not going to happen. But if they ever took power, they would just start jailing people immediately. Immediately. And like the hardcore Trump supporters, like the people that are still I'm not talking about the people that still support him because whatever, but I mean the people who think it's
Like
great.
the QAnon people. Yeah.
Well, the QAnon people or the people who think that he was ordained by God.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Yeah.
They will just hang out.
You were talking about like white trash and how happy they are. I mean, those people must be very happy.
They're
I mean,
thrilled.
What a great story.
Nobody's happier than people at a Trump rally.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
They're living in a world that doesn't really exist.
Yeah.
And they're very happy.
Yeah.
But I always look at like the Florida white trash, not only in Florida, I mean, they're all over, but I look at like those white trash people and I'm like, they're the happiest people.
Yeah.
They're just happy.
Yeah.
You know, they're just fucking hanging out, smoking a cigarette
Yeah.
outside the buffet.
Yeah.
Had a nice peach cobbler.
Yeah.
You know? You know, but, you know, it's sad that I hope to be there one day. I hope to be there one day. Maybe I'll just retire like a white trash guy.
Yeah, maybe.
You know?
You save up enough and then just disappear.
Save up enough, go live somewhere down in like outside
Where would you go?
Tampa.
Tampa, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have a few friends that were like bouncers at
Yeah.
strip clubs.
Yeah.
All they talk about is the fights they got in. That's all they talk about.
Yeah.
Just sit there through the whole dinner.
Yeah.
This one guy telling you where his scars came from,
Yeah.
that he got shot.
There's nothing wrong with being like the old guy at the strip club. You know, you see
No.
that every time. Every once in a while you'll go and there's a guy.
Someone's got to be that guy.
Somebody's got to be that guy.
Someone's got to be the guy feeding pigeons
Yeah.
in the park.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to be the guy, you know,
Yeah.
who's defending his medicine chest from his grandson who wants his back medication.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's standing outside in his underwear with a loaded gun.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's like, don't fucking come in here. Don't, you know, there's somebody's got to be. How are your parents going to just stick it out in Jersey, or are they going to get the fuck out of here?
Yeah, I think so. It
Yeah.
looks like, because my sister lives with them and, you know, my brother does too. So,
Right. My father's going to go. I think they're going down to Florida. They've had enough.
Yeah. My uncle went to North Carolina, got a house in Asheville.
Is he happy?
Yeah, I think so.
What a faggoty area of North Carolina, though, right?
Yeah, you think?
God. If you got to go there, go to the real. You know?
Where's real North Carolina? Like,
I don't know.
Just rural?
Just some field.
Yeah.
Some field where you just see red MAGA hats.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Where there's a mass grave.
It's just a mass grave. Which they celebrate. The people in the town celebrate the mass grave. They don't know who it is. How many times do I have to tell you about CBD, folks? How many times do I have to tell you nervous Nellies about CBD? You anxious fucks. Ruining everyone's life. Showing up at parties, you're anxious, you're depressed. Nobody wants to be around you. You're the problem. People are out there trying to live their life, and you're bringing all of your problems in every social situation. You're projecting your miserable life onto everyone else. Stop doing it. How about you take responsibility for yourself and get some Infinite CBD? Reduce that anxiety. Reduce the depression. Cut out your pharmaceutical medications that you can't afford, that have long-term and short-term side effects. Very bad for you. CBD, you can use it in so many different ways. There are so many different products now. If you are an athlete, or even if you're not an athlete and you injure yourself, there's the topical cream. It's great for injuries and sore muscles. I use it. There are the CBD CBD cum, did I just say? Not yet. Soon. CBD gummies, very calming. They're great for insomnia. Okay, I've taken them to fall asleep when I can't fall asleep. CBD AM is CBD pills with caffeine. Great for when you need to focus, be calm, get stuff done, but also not be speedy. Okay, not be like a meth head, because the CBD counteracts the caffeine, so you're not racing around like a psychopath. You're focused and calm. Ari Shaffir told me when he goes to all these different countries and he needs to do like a hike, the CBD is definitely the way to go. He does the CBD AM pills. He loves them. He goes, they get you up, they get you going, but you're not speedy. So go to infinitecbd.com. They also have the Big Bang Lube now. Lube gets right into the bloodstream. Many people, and I know I've said this before, but it's true, anxiety is something that you experienced while being fucked in the ass or fucking in the ass. Either way, you're experiencing anxiety. Most people, not everybody. Some people are really comfortable with it. But a lot of people have anxiety. There are some people that are just, they've been doing it forever with their family. So they're so used to it by now. It's like, oh, that? Tuesday, you know? But a lot of people, it's still a thing. So Big Bang Lube gets right into the bloodstream, and those benefits happen instantaneously. You're fucking relaxed, okay? So go to infinitecbd.com, Tim15, 15% off any purchase. Infinitecbd.com, 15% off any purchase. You have nothing to lose. Everybody loves this shit. Everybody everywhere is doing CBD. If you're the only person that is not getting into this, it's all the benefits of marijuana, but you don't get high. And I'm telling you right now, we are seeing so many revolutions all over the world, media, technology, whatever. The next revolution coming is the products that you put in your body and health. That's why these pharmaceutical companies are fighting desperately. They're clawing to keep the shit out of your hands because it does fucking work. They lobby and spend millions and millions, billions of dollars trying to keep all these marijuana-based products out of your hands. Fuck them. Don't let them. Thank you.
Do you know anything about Venezuela? I started reading a little bit about it.
So here's the thing. I'm trying to wrap my head around it.
Yeah, same.
Because on one side, you have... well, here's the thing. The guy's bad. Maduro's no good.
Maduro's bad, yeah.
Very, very bad. Here's the issue. Yeah. Everyone's bad.
Yeah.
Like, if you looked at every leader, like if you just pulled up the world leaders and you went through like their policies, like you're like, what's this guy do? What's he do? You know, Brunei, they just made gay sex punishable with stoning.
Right, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Which is crazy because, you know, like electroshock therapy is one thing.
Right? Yeah.
But you shouldn't stone anyone. It makes them less attractive. So I'm not one of these guys who's like, Maduro's great, and he's going to be... No, he's a nightmare, and I don't think that all Venezuelan problems can be blamed on U.S. policy or whatever. But, man, I'm really not into, like, going on another, war.
Yeah.
Like another crusade, for lack of a better word, to try to, like, when is that?
Right.
How is that ever, you know?
Yeah.
I really don't have any patience for that.
Yeah.
I don't have any patience for the New York Times being like, inaction as a It's like, will you get the fuck out of here with this?
Yeah. Someone's going to make money off of that.
Inaction can be great.
Yeah.
That's how America became strong.
Right.
By not getting involved.
Right.
In war after war. I mean... If there's a genocide in Venezuela, do you jump in? Sure. And is the argument that there is one happening now? Maybe. You know?
Yeah.
I don't have any problem with people. Listen, people are going to make money no matter what happens, but I don't know. There's no part of me that thinks we're going to do whatever war, you know?
Right.
But I also
We
don't
have the interest of those people in mind, right?
do we care? We don't really care. But then the other part of me is like, all the people on the left are like, no, this Maduro's great. He's trying to do the right thing. It's oh, you guys will back anyone.
Yeah.
No matter what, you
Gives
know.
you free shit.
Yeah, as long as they're anti-American.
Yeah.
And that, you know, you don't care how high the graves. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, these people, they defend Stalin, like, not ironically, to your face. They're like, what do you mean? Like, so it's like, okay, well, can't we admit? And then the reality is, like, would you rather be in Russia? Could you be making $1 million a year off your podcast criticizing Putin? I don't know. Could you? I don't think so.
Yeah, probably not.
I mean, is Russia a better place to live? I mean, that's really, to me, that's the fundamental question. Would you rather be living in Moscow than here? I can't find too many serious people that say yes.
Yeah.
You know? So, I mean, yeah, we got a lot of flaws. We have a lot of problems. I still think for whatever reason, you know, I mean, what have you learned about the Venezuela situation?
Not much. It just seems like, yeah, Maduro's bad, but I guess this other guy's probably bad too. But then some video said that like a bunch of countries support this other guy. So,
well, here's the other thing. A lot of these pro-Maduro protests are not Venezuelans.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at them, it's like white people.
White kids,
It's like white kids from Brooklyn being like, stop it.
Yeah.
Yes, queen.
Yeah.
Maduro. And it's like, okay. It's like, are you from Venezuela? They're like, yeah, yes, bet. And it's like, you're not.
Right.
You're not from Venezuela, you know?
Yeah.
And it's the other thing. It's like, I respect people, you know, from that country that tell me what's going on. When I talked to Cubans, they were like, yeah, we hated Castro.
Yeah.
But I've talked to a lot of white people that say how great he was.
Yeah.
So that becomes...
I think it depends on who you are, maybe. What kind of Cuban you are, or where you
I haven't met a ton of Cubans that said he was great.
They said he was great, yeah.
Now, maybe they're out there.
Yeah.
But I haven't met a ton. I'm just going by the Cubans that I've met.
Yeah.
Have not been fans.
Right.
But white people... whose parents live on the Upper West Side, in $1 million apartment building, you think he's great. Yeah, I think what he tried to do was really laudable and nice. Yeah, but then you talk to Cubans and they go, no, he just imprisoned people. People were terrified of speaking, you know, out against him. There was, you know, night raids and, you know, people disappeared. Right. And then you talk to somebody who's like, and they're like, yeah, no, he was good, you know. I mean, that's the thing, man. I mean, I think that's the thing, and that's kind of the problem where you're on the far left and the far right, too. It doesn't seem like those guys, when they're just ideologues, they don't seem to care, like, the real-world consequences of what they believe. It's like these libertarians that believe only in the market. Yeah. They don't care. Yeah. Show them evidence of all of this not working. They don't care. Yeah. Doesn't matter, because in their perfect world... If everyone listened to that, I'm really scared of people who go, if everyone listened to me, this thing would look a lot better. Yeah. I'm like, wait, what? Yeah. Huh? So all throughout human history, everybody's tried to figure this out, but you've got it. You've figured it out. And that's like, okay, well then what are you doing? And they're like, yeah, I'm an unmarried open micer who lives on a floor. Yeah. But I've figured out the global economy. I'm a mover. Yeah. I move people, but I figured out the global economy. Like, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. People all the time. I know less every year because I really don't know. I don't think you'll be able to, like, you know, I'm not staunchly against. There's a lot of socialist proposals I think are probably necessary. You need them. Especially with the world looking the way it does going forward, whether it's universal basic income or whether it's a national health care, socialized medicine, which for a long time, and still I wonder how it would work, but for a long time I was like, I was against on principle, and then I was like, well then how? Then I realized I was like, but the insurance markets don't function properly. Like they don't work like other markets do.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, no one seems to like their health insurance.
No, nobody feels like they got a great deal.
Got a great deal, yeah.
I'm happy. Because people don't buy it until they need it. There's all these problems with the way insurance market. But then there are people that'll be like, no markets function. So then I'm just like, well, then how does that look? Yeah. How does that look where there's no market?
This market functions pretty well. This little,
I mean,
this little subscription-based.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, why do I get up if I don't have the chance to make more money than someone else? Why am I trying to do anything?
Right.
Literally.
Right.
I mean,
it feels good to have more than people.
No, it feels good to be recognized. I mean, I don't know if it feels good to have more than people. It feels good to be recognized for what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the monetary compensation is the point of that.
Yeah.
Because you'll always have more. Here's the thing. You'll always have more than people in some category.
Mm-hmm.
There's some category where you'll always have more than people. I'm sure that. Does it feel good to have an 8-inch dick?
Yeah, it does.
You have more than people.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You have more than people.
Yeah.
So you feel good to be 6'4"?
Yeah.
You have more than people.
Probably, yeah.
Feels good to live in New York or LA or something, or as opposed to like a town in West Texas with one road in and out, you know? But no one's ever explained to me how the system works if I am not incentivized to work hard.
Sure.
You know? And I'm open to hearing how. No one's ever broken it down for me and said, well, this is what happens. This is because I know human beings. I am a human being. They need motivation.
Yeah.
You know?
I guess you do kind of forget about that if you think collectively too much. You sort of lose that, like, you lose your competitive edge a little bit.
Well, I think like collectivist thinking I think we need to have it in certain cases.
Mm-hmm.
Like there needs to be certain instances where we have to think as a group because the dangers that we face are not individual, right? So like, I think that would like, not this new thing now where we go to war every 5 minutes, but like war is an example of like, a country's going to fight us, or a group of people, whether it's terrorism or whatever, that impacts a society. You have to think about how to deal with that collectively. Mm-hmm. You can't individually think about, it's not like everybody's going to be like, all right, how do we deal with Al-Qaeda or whatever?
Right.
Healthcare is probably a collective issue.
Thing, yeah.
For the most part. Caring for people that are vulnerable is, food. Mm-hmm. The safety of food, the safety of medication. I don't want every individual person being like, I wonder if this pill's real.
Yeah.
I wonder if this InfoWars supplement I bought.
Research where your food comes from.
Yeah, I mean, those are all issues.
Yeah.
But then there are issues where it's like, well, people go guaranteed housing, guaranteed employment. Mm-hmm. You go, okay, but what?
Yeah, some people don't work very hard, and you wouldn't want to.
But it's also like
work with them.
What jobs that are guaranteed are going to be good?
Yeah,
like who? Like if you're handed a job, what that level of work, is that going to be? Now, some people, if you do a public works program or whatever, the government can help you out. But like for the most part, it's like. People like choice. Mm-hmm. People like to choose what they're going to do, where they're going to live.
Yeah.
I think there are some people that don't want that to be a thing.
Yeah.
Like there's some people that would go, we don't think you should be able to choose where you live. It's literal. They would tell you that.
You think?
Yeah. I mean, they don't think there should be any private market for rent. Mm-hmm. They don't think there should be any private. So everything is some government. The government will have to be in charge of where you live, how much you pay, where you work. I mean, to me, that sounds crazy. It sounds like a crazy lot, but people think it's, those are the people. And the far left and the far right aren't that far away from each other on those issues, on the same issues. They believe the same things, the same exact thing. They just believe the difference is that the far right believes that it should be for white people because America is a predominantly white country. So they go to that ethno-fascist thing. but they don't really believe in capitalism. They don't believe in markets. They don't believe in any of that. They believe in socialism. They don't believe in freedom of speech. They don't, you know? And then on the far left, you find the exact same thing where they believe it should be for the working class, but on the same thing, they don't really believe in any type of markets or free speech or free. I mean, they would want control. Mm-hmm. So you have two groups of people that are vying for control, and neither one of them should have it. Mm-hmm. Nobody should be able. And that's why I think I'm just like, nobody should be. I think every child should have a gun.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. We still haven't decided what news pundit you would suck off.
I'm still trying to think, 'cause I don't know. Is there anyone younger?
I don't know.
It's like, you know.
I doubt younger than 40. What about that guy, Jesse Waters?
The black guy?
No, he's on Fox. Oh,
no.
Yeah, what's his name? That guy, Charles Payne?
Should I suck off Charles Payne? I don't know. Judge Andrew Napolitano? No.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Judge Janine?
You suck off Judge Janine. I suck Janine Pirro's cock.
I don't know. Maybe Ronan Farrow. Interesting.
I think he dates the Pod Save America guy.
No, I don't know who these people are. So many people are having less sex right now. I talked about it on the last podcast. They are not fucking, and it is unfortunate. They should be fucking, okay? Fucking is much more fun than going on 4chan. Well, it's even. But here's some stats, folks. I'm telling you right now. I think it's like, I forget, but I think it's like 30% of people under a certain age are not having sex. I don't know why it is, but I think a lot of it has to do with maybe it's issues with confidence. So I think you got to go to Blue Chew. BlueChew.com. It offers a performance enhancement for the bedroom. Wouldn't you like to last longer and go extra rounds? Blue Chew makes the first chewable with the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, okay? You can take Blue Chew on a full or empty stomach. Cheaper than Viagra and Cialis. It only takes a few minutes to fill out a form online. There's no doctor visit, no awkward conversation, no waiting in line at the pharmacy. You don't have to bump into somebody who's done a lot better than you in life at the pharmacy and you're getting fucking dick pills, okay? They'll ship it in discreet packaging. Your mother doesn't have to say, what's this? It's dick pills. Although if you live with your mother, it's quite frankly, she should know what you're doing. It's only appropriate to tell her that your cock doesn't work. It's probably one of the reasons you're living in a basement. So here's a deal. Here's a great deal, folks. And this is a deal that you cannot get anywhere else. You know? I hope. I don't know. I'm just saying I don't know. But I'm pretty sure you can. Maybe you can. Great deal. BlueChew.com. Promo code TD. You get the first batch free. You just pay $5 shipping. Are you fucking listening to that? Okay? You soft dick, soft skulled mush brains that listen to this. $5 shipping. Promo code TD, BlueChew.com. You get the first order free. And if it works and your dick is hard and you're throwing it all over town, then go back and order more. But you have nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. Promo code TD, $5 shipping. I'm going to fucking do it. I'll tell you right now. Why the fuck not? Okay? This is the way it is, you know? We want to make this about health, this show. This is a show about health. Sexual health is very important. It's very important to your mental health, your physical health. You should be fucking all the time. Not all the time. Whatever amount of time you think is right. And you need a penis to fuck. Well, you don't. You don't need a penis. But you should have a penis. That's the reality. Fucking's about male pleasure. Females have never been pleasured in the bedroom and probably never will be. But at least you should feel like you're pleasuring them. BlueChew.com, promo code TD. Thank you. What do you think about Michael Jackson? Guilty? Innocent?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Innocent?
Guilty.
Guilty?
Got to be guilty. Yeah. It's funny to see people like
defend him. It's great.
Yeah, it's great.
It's great when they defend him.
Yeah.
MJ didn't touch those kids.
Yeah.
What about MJ's appearance, voice, makes you think he didn't touch those kids?
Right. Right.
Hi.
But remember, it was almost like a hacky joke to say that Michael Jackson fucks kids.
Yeah.
You know, because some people really were like, oh, he was just a weirdo.
Right.
You know?
Well, he was a weirdo.
Yeah. And a pedophile. Some pedophiles are not weirdos.
Some pedophiles are decent.
Decent, yeah.
Decent mainstream people.
Yeah.
They're coaches.
Mm-hmm.
They're priests.
Yeah.
let's not tar all pedophiles by saying they're all like Michael Jackson.
Right.
Some of them are just salt of the earth people.
Right.
Who like to work with kids.
Yeah.
You know, they like to work with children. It's unfortunate.
Yeah. But I guess the psychological aspect of it was like pretty interesting because, you know, there's all that manipulation that goes into it and like the stuff with the families and, you know, like the way he lied to the kids and made the kids lie. And I think that's worth talking about. Because you think of pedophilia as just fucking a kid, but it's like there's many steps to it and there's a lot of manipulation that goes into it, and you know, we should be aware of that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
You know, how's your podcast doing? Is it good?
It's doing all right.
Yeah.
Run out of stuff to talk about, I think. As
you talk
do.
about the mafia, right?
Yeah. Well, all kinds of like organized crime. We might branch into some other stuff, maybe genocides or war crimes or something. It could be fun. Watched the doc on Bosnia last night. That was fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the conclusion of that?
I guess they just massacred a bunch of civilians.
Good.
Yeah.
No, it's bad. I don't know what to tell you, folks.
Yeah.
It's rough out there.
Yeah. What do you think of the Michael Jackson
You know,
stuff? The Michael Jackson stuff.
I think it's one example of a society that really doesn't care about children.
Uh-huh.
It's just one glaring example.
Yeah.
I think if you knew the full extent of how badly children were treated, it would be horrific.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I mean, I just don't think it doesn't even chart in terms of the abuse that kids are subjected to.
Yeah.
And there's no Me Too for kids.
Right.
You know? No one cares.
Right.
Kids are just told to shut up.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you want to look at the Catholic Church,
Yeah.
Hollywood, Washington, D.C., like...
Well, it's funny because, like, the Catholic Church, everybody kind of knows about that, but how come Hollywood is not really? I mean, it seems like they're pretty. It's easy
because
for
I
them
think
to
people
cover all that up.
Well, I don't think people know as much.
Mm-hmm.
I think there are different incentives for staying quiet.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
so if you're somebody who was molested but you still want to be in the business, you're less likely to say something.
Yeah.
You're less likely to speak out.
Yeah.
I think you see what happens to people that do speak out.
Yeah. What was your experience as a child actor?
I was never molested, which is why I
Yeah.
never succeeded.
Yeah.
I should have been. I was hot as fuck.
Right.
But my parents never let me, you know, they would take me back to Long Island. I lived in Long Island.
Yeah.
So I would
You
just
get to
go in
to
for
parties or anything.
Yeah, I'd go in for auditions and then come out.
Yeah. They're like, we got to beat the traffic back, Timmy.
Yeah, they were trash.
Yeah,
so they were just like, let's go to My Pie
Yeah.
in the Hicksville Mall.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't really, they didn't pimp me out the way they should have.
Mm-hmm. It's because it's nice to be around like successful people. You know, it's nice to.
What do you mean, pedophile? I don't understand. I don't understand that transition at all.
It's nice to instead of going back to Long Island, it's nice to.
Oh yeah, sure.
Sometimes it's nice to go to like a little SNL after party, or you know, you go to.
Yeah, it's fine. I've never gone to
to-
one of those. I kind of don't care.
Yeah.
I kind of don't care. As I get older, I'm kind of like, there's parts of this business I have an interest in and parts of them I don't.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just kind of like I'm pitching some shows now. If they don't work, I think I'm going to be done with that.
Uh-huh.
I think I'm done with that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then it's like, if you want to make a show, I'm all ears.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know.
Right. It is like you just got to keep throwing shit at that wall and seeing what.
Yeah, I mean, I'll keep trying to do stuff, but I think the only thing I'm kind of now starting to obsess about the things I can control.
Uh-huh.
I had a conversation with Andrew Schultz, and he got to a point where he was like, here's what I can control.
Yeah.
What I can control is like putting out funny videos, doing podcasts that are good,
Right.
doing live stand-up that I think is funny, and that's kind of all I can control.
Yeah.
I can't control who wants what show and when, and
Yeah.
I'll have meetings, I'll pitch things, I'll never like stop doing that per se, but I'm kind of done with like, I don't know that I'm going to fight a network to make a thing that I want to make and have them fight me every step of the way. And I'm like, well, this is going to turn out bad.
Yeah.
The thing I want to do is going to turn out like shit because every step of the way we've literally fought, you know? And just get to a point where you're like, why am I fighting when I could just do something on my own independently?
Right.
You know,
It's also got to be tough when like you're making a show and you have to talk to some network person and they're like,
Yeah.
well, what if we did it like this? Like, I feel like of course you would be like, yes, whatever you say.
yeah,
You know,
but then you realize that it's like, here's what happens: they don't pick it up anyway.
Yeah,
So now you just have a piece of shit.
yeah, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because the majority of the time they're never gonna put that show on the air.
Mm-hmm.
So if you bend to their whims exclusively, now you just have a piece of shit you're embarrassed that you made.
Yeah, podcasting, baby.
Well, I mean, doing whatever, being independent, make your own shit. I make those videos on Instagram. They're fun. I put those minute videos out. They're just funny.
Yeah.
Nobody tells me what I can say or what's inappropriate
Who
or
shoots
what's.
those for you?
My friend Ben in Los Angeles.
Oh, nice.
You know, we do it with an iPhone.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, dude. No one needs it, dude. iPhone.
What about sound? Don't you need good sound?
We have a whole system.
Yeah,
it's like
nice.
better than you know.
Beautiful.
This whole idea of like you need a 15-person
Yeah,
with
yeah,
9 cat. What are you making? Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
We're trying to make people laugh.
Yeah.
Trying to make fucking chuckles.
A friend of mine recently was talking about like the stuff that like Gen Z people are into.
Yeah.
And he said it'll just be a video that's like when you want to do anal, and a guy's like, "Can I fuck you in your ass?" And then
Right.
a girl's like, "No," and then rap music plays,
Right.
and it has like 500 million views.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing, man. It's like we're in another world. And you talk to some of the people that work at these networks, they don't get that.
They don't get that.
They don't get that at
Yeah.
all.
You're right.
They don't get why what they put out doesn't thrive online. And I'm like, well, you guys don't. People online are so used to no censors.
Yeah. You told me you had lunch with somebody sometime, and they were like, you know, entertainment's the only place where women are empowered, and you were like,
Right. It's
the women in
completely
this
untrue.
restaurant could buy your network as a joke.
Yeah, it's exactly what I said to them. I said the women in this network could buy your network as a joke.
Yeah.
And they did not like that. It's the truth.
Yeah.
Women are overrepresented in real estate in New York. There's a lot of women in all kinds of industries. Publishing,
Right.
fashion,
And even if
finance.
even if there are disparities, it's pretty arrogant to think that your business is the only place.
Yeah, it's
where
pretty
it's
insane to think your clown show
Yeah.
is the only place where women are doing okay.
Yeah.
And by the way, God help us
Yeah.
if entertainment's the only business where women are
God help
empowered.
us, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. It's gonna have to.
Well,
be.
what about Me Too? What
I would
about
tell
that
I would
fucking
tell my
movement?
daughter to go into sex work before.
It's
I said
it's
try
a
to
much
pitch
more
it.
honest way to make a living.
Show to comedy.
It's much more honest way to make a living.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's the same group of people that told me they were getting into podcasting last year. They're like, we're excited to get into podcast. It's a network. I'm like, well, you're 8 years too late. But
Yeah. And did they? They have.
who
right?
knows?
Who
I'm
knows,
sure they
yeah.
have some things that are fun, you know.
Yeah.
I truly think we're in the Wild West now. I think they're all done.
I think so.
And I think that's really terrifying for people that are not prepared to be in that.
People who have been in it for a while
Yeah.
and kind of think they have an understanding of it, and then it's like complete. Yeah, it's like
Totally
completely
ripped
changed.
away
It's like
from
being a
them.
blacksmith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then your people are like, yeah, that thing you did, no one gives a fuck.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But that's what it comes down to, where you're like, you know, so you just got to basically do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say Meghan McCain wants to
But
fuck
if-
her dad's corpse. I can do that. You can't tell me not to.
Yeah.
Can't tell me not to.
You think she saw that?
I don't know. I
hope
know
she
someone that
does.
kind of knows her, and they were like, she might have even thought it was funny,
Oh yeah.
but probably not.
Yeah.
They go, it could go either way.
Yeah.
I mean, listen.
She's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a hot lady. She's not really that hot, is she?
I think so.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Well, you like that. You like a momish.
Yeah.
You like a real mom.
Yeah.
I mean, listen. What are you going to fight with some network and go? I mean, listen, I'm not trying to be a dick. SNL's bad.
Mm-hmm.
SNL's not funny anymore. Like, and I tried to give it the benefit of the doubt for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
That opening sketch with Al Pacino or De Niro, was it De Niro who played Mueller?
De Niro played Mueller. Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fucking loser shit.
It's for losers. Yeah.
If you're enjoying that, you're a loser.
You're a loser.
I'm not saying if you make $1 million a year to be on the show, good for you.
Yeah.
Keep killing it.
Right.
But don't delude yourself into thinking that's good.
Yeah.
That ain't good.
Oh yeah, they had De Niro play Robert Mueller like Mueller's some kind of like hero.
It's just
or something.
stupid. It wasn't funny.
Yeah.
There's nothing about it fun. You have that dumb neoliberal audience
Yeah.
of corporate fucking stooges.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Sitting there making $800,000 a year, but they're the good guys.
Yeah.
Because they believe there should be 9 bathrooms.
Yeah.
But all these people in Ohio can eat their shoes.
Right.
And they're sitting there at SNL, and you're like, oh, God, this sucks.
Yeah.
It's painful.
Yeah.
Really is.
Yeah.
If you like any type of subversive
do you-
political commentary, it's painful.
Yeah. They'll also they'll put like Jeff Bezos in a sketch a lot, and they'll make him like the hero. You know.
Yeah.
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 They'll make
of course.
him good. Yeah.
SNL is a corporate.
Yeah. It's quite. Yeah.
It's a corporate owned thing.
Yeah.
What do people think? That they're like the resistance?
I get. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
They're a multi-billion-dollar corporate.
Right.
It's just, which I don't care about if they were funny, man.
Mm-hmm.
If that sketch was funny, I would be into it. But it's like not funny.
Yeah, but I guess they probably can't be funny.
I know.
They probably can't. They're not allowed to be.
No, there's nobody that's worked.
Imagine being an SNL writers room and go, yeah, I'm going to dress up like Meghan McCain.
Has anyone in an SNL writers room taken a public bus?
I doubt it.
Have any of them worked at a job that's like actually?
And they steal material.
Oh,
Dude, I wrote. I'll tell you what. I wrote a packet. I wrote a packet a few years ago, and I wrote a sketch where it was the TV show Girls, but they added like a Yamanika character to it, or like somebody who like actually had a hard life.
Yeah.
And then the opening sketch of that season was like the Tina Fey sketch,
which was
it was the show Girls, but they added like a character from like Bulgaria.
Oh, really?
So it's so like I could never say like they stole this from me.
No, you could.
Yeah, but it's like they changed it enough where I wouldn't,
Yeah, well,
but it's like the same.
They got
it's like the
accused
same
by
idea.
a sketch group online of stealing something.
Yeah.
That pumpkin patch sketch or whatever they did recently.
Well, it's like you all make $4,000 a week to write comedy.
Can you not
have to
figure it out?
steal?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing? You get your lunch catered, probably.
Yeah, I mean it's a bad.
Yeah.
It's very tough to prove
Colin
that.
Jost is HIV positive, and he gives it to people without telling them.
Colin Jost was a bug chaser for many years. He wanted to get AIDS, and then he finally got it.
Is that a real thing? A bug
He was
chaser?
a bug chaser. Yeah, it's a real thing. And he was a bug chaser for many years because he wanted to
People just want to get HIV.
He wanted a thing.
Yeah.
He was this white guy that had gone to Harvard. He's like, if I could just get AIDS. So he tried so hard to get AIDS. I'm talking about sucking off people with lacerations on their dick.
Yeah.
At the Port Authority.
Yeah.
And eventually he got it.
He spent a ton of money on testing too.
He would test himself. Like some people test their glucose levels. He would test his blood cell count, and he's like, I hope I get it. I hope I get it. I hope I get it. And then he finally got it. Mm-hmm. Now he gives it to other people, you're saying?
Yeah, he gives it to other people.
You're saying Colin Jost gives other people AIDS without them knowing.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, don't repeat that, but keep it between us.
Well, it's going to be the clip, this week's clip that we release.
Good.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
And that's not even the worst thing about SNL.
Right. No.
Not at all. It's not even in the top 10.
Right.
If you told me Colin Jost is seeding people with AIDS, none of them know, I would be like, yeah, but watch this sketch. It's so bad.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Trump's going to win again, probably. I just have that feeling.
Do you?
I have that feeling.
Yeah.
They're not going to back Bernie.
Yeah.
They're not going to back, Biden's getting ripped up. He's a little bit of a creep.
Yeah.
Who's going to, Kamala Harris?
Maybe.
The woman's a Fed.
Yeah.
She put more people in jail than the Clintons.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Beto O'Rourke?
Yeah.
It's just not going to happen.
People like that Mayor Pete guy.
Oh, you the gay guy?
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Buttigieg?
Yeah, Buttigieg.
Buttigieg? Like the name bothers me.
Well, Bernie's like the front runner right now, but I think the media is gonna.
They're gonna eat him alive.
They're gonna eat him alive.
The DNC doesn't like him.
Yeah,
he's not really a Democrat, right? I mean, he's a socialist.
Well, yeah, but what's a Democrat?
I have no problem with it. I'm just talking about. You got to recognize they're a party machine.
Yeah,
they fucked him out of it the last time. Like they don't want him.
Yeah, but people want him.
I agree. People wanted him last time.
Yeah.
Why would it matter now?
Yeah.
4 years later, does it matter what the people want now?
Yeah.
They wanted them last time.
Yeah.
You know? Where can people find you if they're looking for you?
Check out my podcast, The Sit Down. We just did an episode with Sean Patton that came out today, so that should be fun. And at Mike Recine on Twitter, Recine Mike on Instagram.
How cool is that?
What
a life. Tim J. Dillon on Twitter and Instagram, DILLON, TimDillonComedy.com for any live dates. I'm all over the place. Come out to a live show, grab tickets, subscribe, rate, review. Tell your friends about the podcast. We really appreciate it. Thanks, guys.